What's up, bass heads? Today we're kind of getting the boat ready for the first tournament of the year. I'm installing some new LED lights into my compartment, so before the tournament, when it's dark, once we put the boat in the water before light, I can do some tackle prep and stuff and still see all my stuff without having to use a headlamp. Basically what we've got is I bought these LED, they're called rock lights. They're made to go on off-road vehicles under the wheel wells and stuff like that to illuminate the tires and all that. These lights are pretty good. It's got a metal housing around it right here, so they're pretty durable. The light's really bright, wire's pretty decent. Basically what we're doing, all right guys, so what we've got is we've got our rock lights, and there's one right there, and this is in my rod box, as you can see the rod tubes and everything. And I've got two of these, and all I've done is I've unscrewed the wooden compartment, kind of just this thing that's on the inside of the compartment. It's just treated plywood. And I've taken this out, and my Skeeter originally had in it some, old compartment lights that are just low quality regular bulbs. All I did is I used the existing wiring, which was these black and blue wires. I used the existing wiring. I just wired these lights straight into it. So I've got one light there, and I've wired it up right here, and I've got my other light over here, which you can see I've wired up right here. It's pretty simple if you've got a boat that's got, especially an older boat. Like I said, this is a 2004 Skeeter. If you've got an older boat that's got existing courtesy lighting, they're gonna look something like this right there. That's what an existing courtesy lighting looks like on my boat, and I'll show you in a little bit me taking it out. All you're going to do is you're going to take this out, cut the wires, wire the new light in, and mount it up. So I will use this as an example of how to do it, and then we'll also go over the tools. The existing courtesy light, you can see it's got two Phillips panhead screws that hold it in. It had this cover on it. I just kind of popped that off with a screwdriver. So now that we got the cover off, I'm just gonna take your Phillips head screwdriver, or if you're using a drill, you can use that too. We're gonna unscrew it.
Should I use the drill? I'm gonna take this off.
And you might be able to reuse the screws. I put new screws in that were stainless steel, ones that are a little more durable, and you need to use longer screws than the ones I had on my boat. Your boat might be different, but on my boat, the screws were probably 1 inch, 3/4 of an inch, and I moved up to about 1.5 inches to just make sure I was getting all the way through. So that's what the light looks like, and you can see I've already cut the wires on the back side where they originally went. So what I'm gonna do is, here's the original wires where they went right here. So all we're gonna do is strip off these wires right here. It's probably easier to use wire strippers, but mine are crappy, so I'm just using needle nose cutters. So we're gonna strip them off. All right, so once you've got the wires stripped, you're gonna take your black to your black, and you're gonna twist them together just like that. I'm gonna fold them over, make them a little thicker, and you get your wire cap, and you're just gonna twist that on until it tightens up real snug like that. You're gonna do the exact same thing with your second wire. Make sure to twist the wires before putting them together. It just keeps each individual strand of wire really tight and just allows for a lot better, cleaner connection. And twist them together like that. And we're gonna fold the top over again since this wire is a little thin. And then we're just gonna screw that on there like that. These are the easiest connections to use. You can use different types. You can use a regular, regular butt connector that you're going to crimp and then maybe have some heat shrink on. That would be the most stable connection. It takes a little longer. I didn't have any of those. Since most of these connections are going to be out of the elements, these work just fine. We're there. Master power, courtesy lights, and we've got light. That one's going to be mounted right there. It's going to look pretty sweet. So it's a pretty simple process. Now we're going to take just take what we've done right here, and we're just going to put some electrical tape on that. Make sure all your connections, after you connect them, whether you're using these little wire twist nuts, a butt connector, a crimp style connector like a butt connector, or there's a bunch of different types of those. Make sure after you get done and you make sure everything works that you electrical tape it. The electrical tape is going to keep everything just secure, everything from moving around. It's also going to help to keep any water or just any sort of water and stuff like that out. You don't want any of that in your electrical connection, because that could cause a short, could cause a bad connection, corrosion, all sorts of things. And as we know, boats are in water, so you want to make sure you do that. After I twist those, after I tape each individual connection, I like to tape the whole deal together, and this is going to keep it nice and secure and tight and out of the way. So that's the connection. Now we've still got all this loose wire under here, and you're going to want to make sure to put that up out of the way. You're going to probably want to zip tie it up to some of your other wires. Keep it out of the way. You don't want anything in the way while you're running down the lake, while you're driving your boat. You want to make sure all your wires are up in the top of the console and don't get in the way of your foot or anything like that. You don't want to rip anything out. Don't want to get your foot tangled while operating the boat. So that's pretty much how to wire them up. I will show y'all guys someone just honked their horn. That was rude. Not cool. Anyway, I'll show you guys an after shot video when I go through all my lights tonight and see how they all look. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope this helps you wire up some cool courtesy lights in your compartments and on your boat. I will link the rock lights in the description, as well as give a list of all needed tools and any equipment that is needed to do this project. If you have any questions regarding this project, just leave a comment. I will check in and answer all questions regarding how to do this, and I'll try to help y'all troubleshoot if you have any issues. Anyway, guys, God bless and good fishing. Thanks for watching. You can see right there in the middle is that red light that I rigged up. That's just kind of a general box. You can see in the rod box I've got two lights. One white up there where the reels will go, and one down there by the end by my rod tubes. First bait compartment. First bait compartment right there. You can see the light is mounted under there. You want to make sure you mount it away from your eyes. If you were to mount it back here on this back side, that light would shine out and it would blind you. So you want to make sure you mount it where it's not going to be directly shining in your eyes. My second compartment, this one I had to mount the light on the side. You can see it's really bright if you're looking directly at it. But from how I'm normally going to be getting my baits ready for a tournament, it's pretty good. It doesn't have as much, mounting it on the side of the compartment is not as good as mounting it on the back side of the compartment. You can see that other compartment lights up better. So if you can access it, I would mount it to the back side of the compartment like the first slide. My other rod slash bait box, you can see I just have one light in there. I don't use this compartment much, so I really didn't need multiple lights, but that really allows me to get out my nav lights, look at some of the baits I got in here, grab one of my spinning rods if needed. And then last, I've got a light in this compartment. This is another one of the compartments I put a lot of baits in. So you can see I mounted the light back here so it doesn't shine in your eyes. Anyway, guys, that is what the lights look like.